Hey everybody, happy Friday. Really sorry I've been sort of MIA the last couple of Fridays. It's been a little bit crazy in the world of travel at the office, and so I didn't have a chance to pull together some newsletter information for you the last couple of weeks, but I'm back. And I've got lots to share. So in today's newsletter, you're going to find information on my recommendation on how you pay for things when we're in Huatulco. And I'm going to recommend that you either get ahead of time, or when we're there, you can proceed and try to find a bank or ATM to withdraw some pesos. So I'm going to recommend that you get pesos, both for tipping as well as for shopping. And if you end up going out and about to some restaurants in town, to have pesos on hand. So I put together a little grid with, for instance, I'm just going to, as a real brief overview, $1 equals about 20 pesos, which comes in a bill. It goes 20, 50, 100, 200, and then it goes by hundreds up to 1,000. But you're going to want to get some of those. I would recommend, if you can, before we leave, or you can get it when we're there at a bank or an ATM. So, and I'm not sure, I haven't confirmed exactly if they have an ATM in-house at the resort. They usually do, but I'll find that out for us. It's not a big deal. But I'm going to get mine before we leave. So I bank at Associated Bank, and they do carry pesos, but you do have to have an account there. So if you do your finances through a bank, just call your local bank and find out. The credit unions do not carry it, but banks do. So if you want to do a little homework on that, that would be great. Because, like, for instance, I have a little thing too on what I might, money budget wise, how many pesos do I want to bring? I get a little crazy and get everything detailed. So I have exactly how much I'm bringing for tips. For instance, the maid, you're going to want to tip. I recommend tipping the maid every day, because you don't know who's cleaning your room every day, and leave the peso on the pillow. That's just my personal recommendation. But if you want to tip a bartender or somebody at one of the restaurants, I know last year when I traveled, I left a little money on the table, even in the buffets, the people who are cleaning up after me and bringing my water, my coffee, whatever. Their salaries in Mexico are quite low. And so if you can budget a nice little stash for tipping, it goes a long way to having, great service. So I do recommend that. I do have my recommendations in the newsletter, but in the end, tipping is your own choice. No one is forcing you to tip. You don't have to tip at all, but it's definitely something that we Americans do, and I have recommendations in the newsletter. So that's first. So get some pesos if you can before we leave, and use pesos when we're there. It's better to pay in pesos than US dollars, okay? So oftentimes there's fees when you exchange money, so just a heads up on that, and that's just normal. It is what it is. The other thing I want to touch on is that February 11th, we're going to be at the show at Waverly Beach to see Road Trip. I can't wait. And we're going to be handing out travel documents there. So whomever can make it, you'll find me, you'll see me, and we're going to have those documents pulled together for you. I can be there to answer questions. I'll be there to maybe dance. I know I'm going to have fun, so I can't wait. So I'll see whomever is coming February 11th at Waverly Beach to see Road Trip and give you your documents. Anybody that can't come, no worries. I'll follow up with you when I get that next week when I get back in the office, and I'll schedule either if you're going to come into the office and pick up your documents, or if I should ship and mail them to you. So no worries if you can't make the show. I'll definitely be sure to get your documents to you before we head out. And I think those are the two big important tips. I will be following up with those of you that are taking the bus. You'll be getting an individual email from me talking about the pickup times, and then just confirming where you're going to be at for your pickup point. So those that are taking the bus, I'll be sending you something on that as well. I think that's all for today. Have fun reading the newsletter. I had some great content on this newsletter that was provided by one of the travelers that's going to be with us on the trip. So thank you, Randy. I hope you enjoy the information I'm sharing on this one. And I hope you have a great weekend, guys. It's almost time to get out of this blustery weather. Toodles.